We now turn to an assessment of the country's fiscal health and future prognosis and how the view differs depending on whom you talk to. It's a rosy outlook from government projections, but a more tepid appraisal from one leading financial expert. Corval Pyfron spoke with the bank's CEO, and here's his view.
Fidelity's Gowan Bow has a measured assessment of the country's fiscal state. While he sees positive post-pandemic indicators in areas like tourism, where visitor arrivals are soaring, and once furloughed employees have returned to work. He's not as optimistic, though, about the once thriving financial services sector, which he says is now in critical shape. With jobs in that industry disappearing at an alarming rate, he worries that so too will the country's middle class.
We have one of two choices. Either we look at revolutionizing the financial services sector in order to maintain the level of employment, or we identify an alternate sector that can contribute towards that middle income, upper income earning capacity.
And while the government touts a dip in unemployment to the lowest rate it says in 15 years, Bow says even these statistics must be carefully considered as well. He says, yes, unemployment has fallen, but so has the number of people working. But a healthy dose of optimism, he says, isn't a bad thing either.
It is a science of, or an art of sentiment, that if we have people feeling positive, they behave positively, and it has a positive impact.
And don't expect inflation to go anywhere anytime soon. Bow says it'll be a while still before we fully recover from this economic downturn.
Given that we've had such a huge swing on inflation, we have such a huge swing taking place that may lead to recession, equilibrium in reality is probably 18 to 24 months away.
On the positive side, while economies across the globe have been at the mercy of their respective central banks setting high interest rates, Bow says that's unlikely to happen here.
So if there is one peace of mind people can take place, I don't foresee the central bank looking at lifting interest rates because it doesn't have a need to do so to bring equilibrium. What is taking place in the U.S. is to bring equilibrium. The central bank, for all intents and purposes, has remained at an equilibrium state.
Bow considers himself a pragmatist, so he doesn't discount any positive signs in our economic forecast. But again, he is a pragmatist, so he says that the only way that consumers can weather any economic storm is by practicing fiscal prudence. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfron. In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.